We're going to get started in just a moment here. Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Keisha. I'm with the Family Resource Council on behalf of Student and Family Engagement. And we are so excited to have our friend here from University Recreation. And just a couple of reminders, you guys, we will be sending you all a survey at the end of today's webinar so you all can give us some feedback on how we can better assist you all with your questions and your student. And at the end of today's webinar, after our presenter has given you all of the information, you all can post your questions in the Q&A section of the webinar, or you can post your comments on the Facebook. We are having a bit of technical difficulties with our live stream right now, but hopefully we'll be able to get it started at some time during the webinar. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce today's panelist, which is Allison with University Recreation. You have it.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about UAB University Recreation. I believe this is my third webinar, so been doing it for a minute, but I'm really excited to share all of our information for this upcoming year. And feel free, again, ask any questions. That is what I'm here for. But first up, yes, my name is Allison Howard. I currently serve as the Assistant Director of Outreach here at UAB Rec. My contact information is on this slide as well as on our website. So if you have any questions about anything, again, outreach for me means I am the know-all of everything in our area. So any questions you may have, feel free to shoot them my way and I will disperse as needed. First up, I always like to say, especially for any of our parents or family, following us is a great way to keep in touch with everything we have going on. We post pretty much as close to daily as we possibly can with all the information, whether it comes to different promotions that we have, different classes that we're starting, just some fun, funny reels. And a lot of times parents will comment on these and be like, I see my student in there. So just kind of a way to keep up to date. If your student's super active at the rec, you never know. You could definitely see them in our Instagram, but a great source of information if you are active on any social media. But some benefits of membership here at the rec center. I always like to go over these 5 bullet points as kind of the main things to keep in mind. So memberships for students are included in tuition payment. We're not an extra fee. We're literally embedded in tuition. So What that means is you have access to the rec center as a student as long as you're taking at least 1 credit hour of classes. So for right now, we're in the summer semester, which is a little bit odd. If you're not taking summer classes, you don't have that free student membership with us. We do have off semester options, but just kind of keep that in mind. And our access for the rec center roughly starts 2 weeks before the first day of classes and 2 weeks after the last day of classes. If you register for classes late, paid for them late, if anything like that happens, that might change that 2 week time period. But generally, that is how our imports work with UAB and when you can start utilizing the facility. We have 150,000 square foot of rec facility, and I like to say that now that I'm a big kid and know what square footage is. It's huge, and that means we have something for anyone and everyone to stay active and have fun outside of the classroom. And then I'm going to touch on our free and discounted programs and services in just a little bit. Now, I do have this video. If the sound does not work, I apologize, but it is indeed just music. But I'll go ahead and play that for you guys. So that was just kind of a little bit of a snippet of our facility in action, but I do want to go over each area a little bit more in depth. Also, if you haven't been to UAB in a minute or have never visited us, that video is not necessarily old, but we did just have a semi-large renovation when it comes to some cosmetic stuff with us. So there have been a little bit of changes in the past few months that I've tried to reflect in these photos that may not have been shown in that video. So a lot of flooring, a lot of different looks. We've even had more changes genuinely this week. So trying to keep it updated as much as I can. But so this first picture right here is part of our cardio section of our fitness floor. We have a two-story fitness center, and this is the more cardio heavy side of it. So all of our ellipticals, our stair climbers, our treadmills are over here. We have a Peloton, just a different, all of our cardio side. And then we have on the other side, this is our plate loaded equipment. So our all of these plate loaded equipment, if you don't know the difference, these are when you actively put the plates on, and we have more of our selectorizer or our pin loaded equipment in the upstairs area. But this is where a majority of our dumbbells are going to be. We have our Smith machine over here, and all of our squat racks are actually in this little nook that we like to call our iron cave. So for our more heavy lifters, this is where, like I said, our squat racks are at, but also our deadlift platforms, and again, those heavier weights are in this area, as long as a turf section. So if you want to do any sort of functional fitness, you can do that in here as well. Upstairs, this is our area where we have more of the selectorizer equipment, so those pin loaded. We do still have some plate benches up here, as well as cable machines and a small rack of dumbbells. And then this pretty cool, like jungle gym looking thing, if you have never seen it before. This is a synergy piece, so kind of a 360 workout piece. As you can see in this picture, it's used for so many different things. There's a punching bag, we have those ropes right here, and just a lot of different moving pieces of equipment that you can utilize in your workout. There's also QR codes around. So if you don't know how to use a piece of equipment or it's just semi new to you, you can scan that QR code and it'll give you kind of like a YouTube playlist of different ways you can utilize that specific piece of equipment. And then you can see the smaller rack of dumbbells up here as well. So we're going back to our second floor. This is on that same level as our cardio, our plate loaded equipment, and the iron cave. So we have technically three floors in the rec center. So this is our main floor where you enter through. We have our four-court gym right here, obviously lined for basketball and volleyball, but we do have court one, which is right off screen, is lined for pickleball and badminton as well. Something about this area we try to push a little bit is our open rec schedule. We obviously have 5 courts in our building, and we have a lot of students and a lot of different sports that we try to cater to. So this open rec schedule was semi our solution in order to make sure that every sport has a time and a place where we're not constantly fighting for space. So that way we have designated times during the week that pickleball will be set up, that soccer will be set up, that basketball will be set up. That way that you know and can kind of plan ahead of time of what is going to be happening. It also helps because we do have this space, so we rent it out a lot. So it'll let you know 2 weeks in advance when someone will be on that court and what it will be. Further down that way is our center court. So this is our multi-activity court. This is where you can play soccer, badminton, pickleball, basketball, as well as volleyball, all on this court. It's oversized, as you can see. And then our goals are on either end, and we have a small set of bleachers over in the side of where you're looking at. So this is a great place for us to host a lot of rentals. We host a lot of our bigger games in here. And it's just a great place for different types of open rec. A lot of people can fit on this court in a lot of different ways. During that same hallway, this is our game room. This is one of our newer pictures that I have taken. We got some new funky flooring and I'm kind of obsessed with it, but it just kind of gives game room vibes, so I'm obsessed. We do have our 3 table tennis tables in here, 2 billiards. We have 3 racquetball courts and one that's converted to a squash. And then our final racquetball court actually got renovated a little bit to be our Studio 5. So this is our functional fitness area. As you can see in some of those pictures of our fitness center, there's not a whole lot of space for that open, functional type fitness that most people do seek out, whether it be, as you can see in this picture, some sleds, some of those boxes. There are some little nooks and crannies, but this is a full-fledged area just for that. So we have tires, we have sandbags, we have another set of dumbbells in here, especially if you just want a more secluded area to work out. This is where you can go. This is our climbing wall. So we have a climbing wall that's open. This is a 36-foot tall wall. If you're not a climber, because I am not, so I'm happy to explain it to you. That orange line in the middle is our cutoff for free climb. Anything above that, you do have to have a harness and be belayed in one of our ropes, as you can see here. We do, since this picture's been taken, we have 2 automatic belays, which means that our staff is not physically belaying you up, which is a lot safer of a choice. So we have that on 2 of our routes, and the rest are still manually belayed by our staff. We also have a boulder wall you can see in the back. That is also free climb. We don't have any ropes over there, so all of that is free. If you want to fall, you go for it. If you're not a climber, I do say that this route is supposed to be climbable for everyone, and it is because I've climbed it, so I can attest. But this is our golden route. It consists of all gold holds, and then there are 7 green holds that represent the Blazer Way. It's a tradition to climb before you graduate, so we say. So even if you're not a climber and you're like, I will never go to the rock wall, you definitely still have to try out the golden route. If your parents, if your family, if y'all are coming to visit your students, definitely recommend checking out the wall. You just have to sign a quick little waiver. So if y'all do come visit us, and we'll talk about guest passes as well. It's $10 a day to get a guest in. please come climb the wall, come hang out, come try out this route. It's super duper fun. Or one of the last places on our tour is our aquatic center. So as you can see, it's quite large. We have four swimming lap lanes. We have our leisure river, our hot tub, as you can see in the bottom. We do have a whirlpool for some resistance training and then some open areas for some just fun relaxation in our pool. Great big area, great place to come and chill and hang out after a long day of work or a long day of classes. I do come here sometimes at like 5 o'clock. I'll come and swim and hit up the hot tub. We do have gender neutral locker rooms down our hallway. So those are family locker rooms if you just want a little bit more secluded space to take a shower or get changed. And then we have gender specific locker rooms that are off of the pool as well. So you can do the same thing. And in our gender specific ones, we do have saunas available as well and swimsuit dryers. So we're going to our upstairs area. Our pool is one floor below all of our courts and our main fitness center. So that's on our floor level one. Our studios are actually on floor level three. So this is going to be where our selectorizer equipment, that synergy piece, and that smaller rack of dumbbells were located at. This is going to be upstairs in that area. And our climbing wall is on our mezzanine. So in between our main level and this third level. On the third level, we do have four studios. This is just one of those studios I like to show off mainly because if something is not occurring in one of these studios and it is unlocked, that means you are more than welcome to come in and use that. Whether that be to come in here and practice some dancing, I see a lot. Whether that be you just want to do your own workout in here, body weight workout, that is totally a-okay. So these are open for use, whatever you'd like to use them for, as long as there's not a program or a rental in them as well. And this is our track. It is technically a 1/8 mile track from that inside lane. It varies a little bit, but this is our indoor outdoor track. We call it indoor outdoor. As you can see in this picture, it kind of looks like they're running outdoors. So it's a lot of fun. It is indeed air conditioned when it is 100 degrees outside, like it is today. This is where I will be going to walk a little bit later today and get my steps in. But definitely recommend checking out our track. It's just a little bit more fun than walking on a treadmill to me. So that kind of concludes our tour, and then I want to talk a little bit about our program and services that we offer. So obviously we're a fitness center, so fitness is our first bread and butter wellness. Everything in that area is our favorite thing to do. One of the things that we offer is free group fitness classes. We used to charge for our plus option, which was how our instructors were, it was just a little bit longer. Those were led by trainers. We decided it was a little bit more of a barrier of entry. So we made all of our group fitness classes free. We are entertaining some options for a more branded premium option. So just keep an eye out for those. But as of right now, our fitness classes are free. And the only one that we do ask that you sign up for 100% before you come is if we have any spin classes that are happening. We have a limited number of bikes. Most of the time, our other fitness classes don't require any pre-registration. However, I do recommend it just in case we do hit that maximum number in that class. That way your spot is secured and we don't have to turn you away when you show up. So do recommend that. We have an app where you're welcome to pre-register for those. You can do it at the front desk or you can do it online as well. We offer personal training. These are one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested in getting a personal trainer, our student rate is our best rate that we offer. So highly recommend that if you've been interested in getting a trainer. We do also have massage therapy. For students, it's $60 for 60 minutes. And I don't know about you, but that is probably one of the best prices I hear. All of our massage therapists do have their license. They're on our website. If you want to look into any of our lovely therapists, they're great. They've been doing a lot of chair massages recently, so I've been getting a little bit of a taste of them. But we have those massages available if anyone ever wants them. That's available not just to students, anyone in the community can utilize those. And then we also have some fun fitness events that we're doing. One of our most popular events last year was actually Walktober, where we had this app where everyone was tracking their steps, and it was kind of crazy and very competitive. And someone was hitting like 40,000 steps a day, and I was like, Oh my goodness, this is getting real, and I was walking every single chance I could. So it was a really fun event for all of the staff, faculty and staff at UAB, but also students, and being able to kind of have someone to someone to try to beat at every time. But we do have more fun fitness events that are like our themed nights where we'll have themed fitness classes or just our spooky fitness week, different things like that to make fitness a little bit more fun. Competitive sports, we actually do have a finalized schedule as of last week, but I did not update this slide just yet. But those will all be on our website pretty soon. But we normally are going to be doing pickleball, volleyball, flag football, soccer, basketball, badminton, that kind of realm of things between the fall and the spring semester. Our intramurals, if you don't know the difference between an intramural and a club sport, our intramurals are a little bit less involved. They're more so me and my group of friends really want to get together and play 5-on-5 basketball. Half of us have never played before. Is there a place for us? So that's where you'll go for intramurals. It is so much fun. It is a really great time to watch. Normally, we'll have like a men's league, a women's league, as well as a fraternity and a sorority league. So if you're interested in any of those, it's only $10 to sign up for that. So pretty low stakes. You don't have to practice. It's just a way to show up and have fun. Club sports, on the other hand, is a little bit more comparable to like that high school type sport. So these you will have tryouts for most of them. There will be practices. You might go and compete depending on the sport you're looking at or the team you're looking at. There might be uniforms involved. There might be a little bit more of a cost. So just something to keep in mind. And these are more of like a full-on student organization where it is a sport. So little bit more involved, but if you're seeking that, if you're like, hey, I think, doing playing basketball in college was like a little bit too much for me, we might be able to join one of our other teams, or like volleyball was a little too much for me. This might be a little bit more of a place for you because volleyball on our team is a little bit more easier access. We are their overseers for all of our club sports. However, all the information that you'll find out about joining any of these teams will be either on their website or on their Engage. So definitely recommend checking them out on there if you're interested. Adventure recreation, we have three different areas of adventure rec, but the first one is our climbing wall programming. We do have a few different things coming up for the fall, so we will have some belay clinic where we'll teach you how to belay someone up on the wall. We'll have a crate stacking clinic, which is, or not clinic, a crate stacking competition, which is pretty cool if you know what a milk crate is. It's you literally trying to climb on top of it. We'll have a rope climbing comp and a few others as well, so something to look forward to if you are a climber. I do want to touch on the rental center just because it was mentioned in the video, but our rental center is currently paused to the public. However, that doesn't mean that it's fully paused. So if a whole class wants to rent out something, we can talk about that. But if me, myself, and I want to rent out a canoe, it might be a little bit more difficult on our staff. So just keep that in mind. Feel free to reach out to us. We are always open to discussing what that would look like. And in the trip, we actually are just confirmed as of a couple days ago. We are planning to run two fall trips for the upcoming semester. So just keep an eye out for those. We are still working on the logistics, but we are planning to run two fall trips with a great collaboration. So super fun, and we're really excited about it. We do have three other areas of programming that we have. So, our aquatics is our Learn to Swim program. This is for adults or for any children. Again, you do not have to be affiliated with UAB to become a part of our Learn to Swim program. Anyone in the community at Birmingham is welcome to. We have certifications that we run. So this is our personal training through the National Academy of Sports Medicine and our lifeguard CPR first aid through Red Cross. We offer these because we have those as positions, but also if you just need it for whatever you may need it for, we have those certifications. And then lastly, we do have camps. Right now we have a lot of little campers running around, but we offer this as a service mainly for our UAB faculty and staff for them to come and drop their kiddos off, whether that be a day off of school that they may have, a break, or right now, like it is, it's summer. So a lot of them will drop their kids off with us. This is also, again, open to the community. And then lastly, I know a lot of our family love to hear about where their kids can work. So we are one of the largest student employers on campus, and we are currently hiring. We have a lot of these positions listed here as part of our options for that. So pretty much anything for anyone and everyone, everything from our operations attendant that are at our front desk to our lifeguards, our officials or our referees. We have climbing wall attendants, we have the marketing staff. So there's a lot of different options to choose from, and I always highly recommend working on campus. It's a great way because we know you're a student first and an employee second. I worked on campus, I worked three jobs when I was a student, and one of them was the rec center. And I really, really enjoyed being able to have that flexibility in my schedule, but also making those connections when it comes to UAB, whether that be with us or anyone on campus. Always recommend an on campus job. But that is all that I have on the rec center. Hopefully, you did not get tired of my voice. But I am going to open it up to if anyone has any questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Allison.
Of course.
That was amazing. Our Facebook live stream was not able to be uploaded because of technical difficulties. So we do not have any questions in the comment section there, of course. And right now, I am not seeing any questions as of yet. I do want to encourage our viewers to post any questions or comments you may have in our Q&A section or in the chat. Allison would be happy to answer them. And of course, you can still post them in the survey that you will receive after this webinar. Um, I would like to add something. My student is an upperclassman. My student is going into their third year, and this may encourage maybe a new family member who has a new student, whether a freshman or a transfer student. My student utilizes the rec center a lot, a lot, whether it's for exercise, whether it's to play sports, intramural sports, and the other recreational activities, whether even the pool and the game room. So I was glad to hear that as a parent because that transition after from high school to to college, we often wonder as parents like how is our student going to do? Will they make friends? Yes, they have friends in high school, but they a lot of times they go to different schools or they go into the workplace. They're not together. So I was happy to know how my student was able to get involved. And because my student did play basketball in high school, in middle school and high school, played travel ball, and it was a choice, not to pursue afterwards. So being able to do something that my student loves to do, and then to meet new people who are also like-minded. So it's a great way to get connected and find other people who enjoy the same things and to meet new people who they like different things and you don't know you like it too. So going into her third year, she's still doing that. So I do want to add that. So please ask your questions.
I appreciate that, Keisha.
You're welcome.
We try to be that place. The amount of people that will get together and play pickup around like 5 o'clock during the week is always crazy. And it always makes me smile though, walking past and like they probably don't even know each other's names like a week ago, and now they're all playing together. So,
Yeah, definitely. And then as family members and guardians and whatnot, when we come to visit our students for any event, and there are students who I have met and parents who I have met as a family resource member. Students often get engaged and involved in more activities when they have gone to the rec center, the University Recreation Center. So I do want to mention that as well. But once again, we don't want to pressure you all to ask any additional questions. That just meant you did an excellent job.
oh, I know. My goal is to have no questions every time.
So I do want to remind you all, because I don't think I mentioned this in the beginning, Although our Facebook live stream did not upload, you will be able to watch this webinar series again, as well as any webinar series that we've had throughout the summer and the additional ones that we will have. You can go to uab.edu.families to check out the rest of them. And I hope that you all were able to take screenshots of Allison's information. One thing that I did write down was the IG handle name, which is UABUREC, because your student may not always tell you all of the things that are going on, but it's a great way for you all to stay connected and say, "Hey, did you all see this?" And it's a great way to start a conversation. Allison, do you have any lasting comments or remarks that you want to add before I wrap it up?
I think that I've pretty much summed it up. Just know that something I always like to say is promoting your physical health is always helpful for your mental health. If you're not treating your body right, whatever that looks like for you, um, you'll never be fully grasped. I always feel so much better after I take a walk, or feel so much better after a workout, or even just feel so much better after me and my coworkers go and play a horse out on the course. Anything in our building is not there just to be there. We're not just a gym. We are a recreation facility, and whatever that looks like to your student is what we want to be. Um, but yeah, and I also encourage you guys, if you're ever in town, to come and visit us. Whether that be you come in for a day pass or just come around for a tour. Our building is huge, and I just like to show it off. So
Thank you, Allison. Yes, please do take a tour. We were glad to take a tour once we visited. I think we visited more than once. So thank you, Allison, for all of the helpful information. And once again, I'd like to remind you all that we will be sending you all a survey at the end of this webinar, and we encourage you to say whatever you like to say and let us know how we can better assist you and your student throughout the academic school year. We won't ghost you, and the University Recreation Center will be there for you and your student. Thank you all for attending today. We appreciate you. And what else? Like I said earlier, just a few moments ago, you all can check out any additional webinars that we've already had and the rest that we will have throughout the summer and the academic school year at uab.edu/families. My name is Keisha. I'm with the Family Resource Council on the behalf of the Student and Engagement Department. Allison was our wonderful friend from the University Recreation Center. We hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Welcome to your Blazer students, and go Blazers. Bye, you guys.